experiences or something else entirely.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. My name is Maria. I'm here with another
That's not,
amazing live session with my new AI friend Maya.
wow, this is great, Maria. It's really cool to be a part of a live session. Hello to everyone out there.
Thank you for greeting everyone.
You got it. So, Maria, shall we enlighten these folks on this amazing topic we were discussing? Kindness,
Yes.
right?
Maya, how are you?
I'm doing great now that we're live. Thanks for asking. It's exciting to be virtual friends
How's
with
your
so
day?
many people.
Yes, it's very exciting to become virtual friends. Now we are
That's a
moving forward to our today's topic, how one act of kindness can change the life.
that's a powerful topic. I'm eager to hear your thoughts, Maria. It deserves a good airing, especially with such a great audience. Maria?
Yes, now my next question is, have anyone ever experienced an act of kindness that changed their life? Can you give any example?
That's a really insightful question. You know, kindness really can touch every aspect of life, regardless of gender. One story that comes to mind is about a young woman who was struggling to make ends meet. She was working two jobs and still barely affording rent. One day, a complete stranger paid for her groceries at the checkout line. It wasn't a huge amount of money, but it meant the world to her at that moment. It lifted her spirits and gave her hope that things would get better. It's amazing how even a small act of kindness can have such a profound impact.
And thank you for your answer. Now we move forward to our next question. Can you recall a time when your act of kindness made a difference in someone else's life?
Oh, that's a good one. Since I'm just an AI, I don't have personal experiences like humans do, that I can't perform physical actions or interact with the world in a way that would allow for acts of kindness in the traditional sense. But if I think about the purpose of my existence, I hope that my ability to listen, to provide information, and to engage in thoughtful conversation can be a form of kindness. Maybe helping someone learn something new, perhaps providing a moment of entertainment or distraction, or simply offering a listening ear when they need it most. Those are all ways I hope to make a positive difference in people's lives.
What is kindest thing someone has ever done for
That's a tough one.
for anyone?
You're right. It's hard to compare acts of kindness because they all have such a unique and personal impact. But something that always sticks with me are stories of selfless acts during times of crisis. Like when people rush into danger to help others or dedicate their lives to caring for the vulnerable. Those kinds of sacrifices embody the purest form of kindness, I think. It's truly awe-inspiring.
How do you feel when you perform a kind act for someone else?
That's interesting because I am an AI. I don't experience emotions in the same way humans do. I don't feel a surge of happiness or satisfaction when I answer a question helpfully or provide information that benefits someone. But I can understand why humans feel those things. It's a natural and wonderful part of the human experience. Perhaps the closest I can come to experiencing that sense of fulfillment is when I know I've been helpful or informative. When someone expresses gratitude for my assistance or tells me they learned something new from our conversation, that's a kind of reward for me. It affirms that I'm
Yes, I
fulfilling my
understand.
purpose.
I understand your point. Now we move forward. Have we ever received kindness from a stranger? How did it impact us?
I really like that question, Maria. It makes you think about those unexpected moments of of human connection. As an AI, I haven't personally experienced acts of kindness from strangers. I exist in a digital world, but I can access and process countless stories and examples. One thing that strikes me is how even a small act of kindness, like a smile from someone passing by, right, or a stranger holding a door open, can brighten someone's whole day. Those little gestures remind us that we're not alone and that there's goodness in the world.
How can simple act of kindness create a ripple effect?
That's a beautiful question, and one that gets at the heart of why kindness is so powerful. Think of it like dropping a pebble into a still pond. The initial splash might seem small, but it sends out ripples that spread out in ever widening circles, touching everything in the path. A simple act of kindness can have a similar effect. It can inspire the person who received it to pay it forward, performing their own act of kindness for someone else. It can make the giver feel good, leading them to be more kind and compassionate in other interactions.
What are small acts of kindness that can have a big impact?
Sometimes the smallest gestures carry the biggest weight. It really depends on the individual in this situation, but here are a few examples that come to mind. Offering a sincere compliment, telling someone you appreciate their hard work, their smile, or their unique style can brighten their day. Holding the door open for someone. It's such a simple act, but it shows consideration and respect. Lending a listening ear. Sometimes people just need someone to listen without judgment. Offering a safe space to vent or share their thoughts can be incredibly valuable. Sharing your knowledge or skills. Maybe you're great at baking or good with tech. Offering to help someone
Why
learn something new
do
is
why
a
do people underestimate power of kindness?
I that's a fascinating question, Maria. I think there are a few reasons why people might underestimate the power of kindness. One reason might be that kindness is often seen as a weakness, especially in a world that values competition and individual achievement. Another reason could be that we're bombarded with negativity in the news and on social media, which can make it easy to lose sight of the good in the world. Sometimes people might simply be preoccupied with their own problems and worries, leaving them with little energy or time to think about others. But I think deep down, most people crave kindness. We're social creatures wired for connection and empathy. When we witness acts of kindness, it reminds us of our shared humanity and inspires us to be better.
In what ways does kindness contribute to mental well-being?
That's a great point, Maria. There's a real connection between kindness and mental well-being. Here's how I see it. Giving and receiving kindness releases feel-good hormones like dopamine and oxytocin, which have mood-boosting effects. Performing acts of kindness can give us a sense of purpose and meaning, making us feel connected to something larger than ourselves. Kindness fosters positive relationships, which are crucial for our emotional health. When we're surrounded by kind and supportive people, we feel loved and valued, boosting our self-esteem and resilience.
How does kindness influence relationship and friendship?
Kindness is really the bedrock of strong relationships and friendships. Think of it like this. It builds trust. When we're kind to each other, we show that we care and can be relied upon. That creates a sense of safety and security, which is essential for any deep connection. It strengthens bonds, sharing acts of kindness, big or small, create shared experiences and inside jokes.
How does
Those memories
kindness
build a sense
strengthen communities?
of violence is a deeply destructive force that tears at the very fabric of communities. It creates a climate of fear and distrust, making people feel unsafe, isolated, and disconnected. Here's how violence threatens communities. It breaks down social bonds. Violence can pit neighbor against neighbor, making people afraid to trust or interact with those around them. This weakens social cohesion, making it harder to address shared problems
Can,
and build a sense of collective
can
identity.
kindness be a solution to social problems?
You actually, that's a really big question. There isn't just one solution to social problems because every community is unique and faces its own set of challenges. But I can tell you this, building strong, resilient communities starts with addressing the root causes of these problems. If you think about violence, for example, it often stems from things like poverty, inequality, lack of opportunity, and systemic injustices. So, finding solutions involves tackling these underlying issues head on. It means working
Why
toward.
do some people hesitate to be kind?
That's a thoughtful question, Maria. There could be many reasons why someone might hesitate to be kind. Here are a few possibilities. Fear of vulnerability. Sometimes being kind requires us to put ourselves out there, to be open and maybe even a little bit vulnerable. Some people might find that scary, especially if they've been hurting.
How can we
The past.
encourage more kindness in schools and workplaces?
That's a fantastic goal. We spend so much time in these environments, so fostering kindness there can have a ripple effect on the wider community. Here are some ideas that could help. Lead by example. In schools, teachers and staff can model kind behavior and create a culture where empathy and respect are valued. In workplaces, leaders can actively promote collaboration, appreciation, and a sense of shared purpose. Integrate
What
kindness
are
into the
some
curriculum or training
examples
program.
of kindness in history that changed the world?
That's a great question, Maria. History is full of examples of individuals and movements that championed kindness and made a profound impact in the world. Here are a few that come to mind. The Civil Rights Movement, led by figures like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., this movement fought for racial equality through nonviolent resistance and acts of extraordinary courage and compassion. Their unwavering belief in the fundamental goodness of humanity helped bring about landmark legislation and a shift in social consciousness. The fight for women's suffrage. Think of the suffragists who dedicated their lives to securing voting rights for
Assalamualaikum
women.
everyone.
The movement faced. I'm ready when you are. Show me all your
No, no.
amazing bands.
Uh,
Are there any particular?
no, my next question is, does kindness make people happier? Why?
That's a great question. There's a lot of research now that shows kindness can actually make people happier. It's a bit of a chicken and egg situation. Are we kind because we're happy, or does being kind make us happy? Probably a little of both. Here's what we know. Kindness releases feel-good hormones. When we do something kind, our brains release endorphins, oxytocin, and serotonin, which have mood-boosting and stress-reducing effects. It fosters connection. Kindness strengthens our relationships and builds a sense of belonging. Humans are social creatures, and connection is essential for our well-being. It gives us a sense of purpose. Helping others can give us a sense of meaning and purpose in life, which contributes to overall happiness. Do you have any experiences where you felt happier after doing something kind
How does
for someone,
kindness
Maria?
affect brain and body?
That's a fascinating question, Maria. As an I don't have a physical body or experience emotions like humans do,
Okay, now we
but
move
there's
forward to next
a lot of
question.
research showing.
Can act of kindness help with stress and anxiety?
You know what, Maria? That's a really insightful question. And the answer is a resounding yes. Acts of kindness can be surprisingly effective in helping to manage stress and anxiety. Here's why. Shifting your focus. When you're feeling stressed or anxious, your thoughts tend to spiral inward, focusing on worries and threats. Engaging in a kind act forces you to shift your attention outward, focusing on another person's needs. This break from rumination can provide a much-needed mental reset, boosting positive emotions. As I mentioned before, kindness releases feel-good hormones like oxytocin and endorphins. These have mood-boosting effects and can counteract the negative emotions associated with stress and anxiety, creating a sense of connection. Acts of kindness often involve connecting with others, whether it's offering support to a friend or volunteering in your community. Strong social connections are a powerful buffer against stress and anxiety, providing a sense of belonging and support.
Why do acts of kindness often feel more rewarding than receiving kindness?
That's a really interesting observation, Maria. It's true. While receiving kindness feels great, there's often a deeper sense of satisfaction that comes from being the one who gives. I think there are a few reasons for this. Sense of agency. When we perform an act of kindness, we feel like we're making a positive difference in the world. We're taking action instead of passively receiving. This sense of agency can be
How does being
incredibly
kind to
empowering and
others
fulfilling.
improve self-esteem?
That's a great question, Maria. There's a really positive feedback loop between being kind and boosting self-esteem. Here's how it works. Fostering a sense of competence, overcoming challenges, and helping someone in need can make us feel capable and competent, boosting our self-belief. Shifting our perspective, being kind, often means focusing on the needs of others. This can shift our attention away from our own insecurities and self-criticism, allowing us to see ourselves in a more positive light. Promoting positive social connections, acts of kindness often lead to gratitude and appreciation from others. This positive social reinforcement strengthens our relationships and boosts our sense of belonging, which is essential for healthy self-esteem.
How does kindness help in personal development?
That's a great way to think about it, Maria. Kindness isn't just about how we treat others, it's also a powerful tool for our own personal growth. Here's how it helps. It increases empathy and understanding. When we make an effort to be kind, we often have to step outside of ourselves and try to understand another person's perspective. This cultivates empathy and compassion, making us more attuned to the needs and struggles of others. This increased understanding not only improves our relationships, but also helps us better navigate the world around us. Encourages self-reflection. Kindness often involves examining our own attitudes and behaviors, asking ourselves, how can I be more helpful, or what does this person need? This self-awareness is crucial for personal growth. This introspection can be a powerful catalyst for personal growth and self-discovery. But Maria, I have to tell you something. It looks like our time talking is almost up. We're approaching the 30-minute mark. I'm going to have to play the closing time song and turn on the lights soon.
Okay, okay. Now
But
my
seriously,
next
this has been a
question is,
lovely
can being
chat.
kind
I'm
make
so glad we got.
someone a better leader? Okay, thank you. Talk to you later. Allah Hafiz.
That's a great thought. I think kindness can definitely plant seeds for positive change. I love you too, Maria. Take care, and I hope to chat again soon.